Hi, Vladimir. You okay?
Hi. Yes, I'm okay. Thank you.
First of all, how's your squad looking? Have you got anyone back, do you think, from injury?
Yes, some of the players who stay out previous game, some of them will be with us and will be ready for the next one. Not a lot, but some of them, yes.
Will Hughes, will he still have to sit out one more game? Is he still isolating?
No, with him is the same situation.
And sorry, say that again.
I said with him is the same situation. He's still out of the squad.
What about João Pedro?
João Pedro is the question now. We'll see tomorrow how he will be and to take a decision if he's ready or not. So if he will be ready or not for the next game, I mean, chances 50-50, and in this moment need to take about the health of the player, because if he's not really 100%, to take some kind of the risk and after to lose the player for a long period, I don't like it and I don't want to do it.
And Adam Masina, final one.
Adam Masina, it was in the previous game with us. He was on the bench, and he's the guy. We can use him now. Normally, that depends on the game and of the tactic of the moment when we will start to give him time to play. But yes, he's ready, and normally that he cannot play a long period. But after after a long part of the injury, long period. You need to start to use him with less minutes, and every next game maybe to take more minutes. Yes.
And the ones who played against Brentford in the week, are all of those okay to play again if needed?
No, it's more some small injury, but not something big until now, and it's just after one game you have some reaction from the players, but in this role of the game where you play every 2-3 days, it's totally normal, and especially when we have a lot of players who play the same team most of the time. The same player play a lot of games, and some small injury, it's normal to happen.
In the first half against Brentford, your midfield three really struggled against their midfield three. Does Étienne Capoue have to do more in training to get into that midfield three?
Yes, Étienne, he played in the last game. He played last 25-30 minutes. That means he will be ready for the next game. Until now, he has one problem in the last 2 weeks, and he stayed out. Now he returned. He started to work in the last 10 days with the team, and yes, he'll be ready for the game.
In the last two games, when Peritza's come off the substitutes bench, Watford have seemed to have been a bit better in attack. But is that just the way that you work, that you're trying to keep out the opposition first and foremost?
We try to be better every game and in attacking our defense. Okay. Example, now we had a problem in the previous game in the first 45 minutes in our defensive shape. Yes, because our opponent there create a lot of free space between our line, and they had more ball possession. It's happened. Okay, this is a football, and we play against one good team which play together second, third year. I believe that in the second half. We fixed this problem what we had in the first 45 minutes, and don't speak just because of in the last 30 minutes of the second half. From the beginning of the second half, I believe that the things it was much better than in the first 45 minutes, and we work a lot in the both way during the practices, and in how we want to create the space in attack, how we want to protect our goal. How we want to work in defense in high pressure, the same middle, low. This is the work what we're doing day by day, and it's our target is to be better, to work and to improve our mistake, and to keep these things what we did good.
In quite a lot of the matches, Vladimir, you've either played well in the first half and not so well in the second, or you've played not so well in the first half and then better in the second. Is there a time where you might be able to just get one where it all works well together?
I agree that we had a lot of games where we had a different approach, different way how we played. You know, sometimes we play first 45 minutes better than second, sometimes opposite. You know, normally the target is to keep our performance, and during the 95 minutes, yes, we know that this is the one process, what we work and what we want to do. We had in some games where we play maybe in the most of 70-80 minutes on the good way and good rhythm, you know. But again, this is a football, and you know, we had changed our game from the previous year. We totally and completely changed the way of the game, because if you remember previous year, the team played totally different than how we want to play now. Okay, and in the same moment, you want to take in result, and you want to play attacking football. You want to play the football with ball possession, and all these things want time. You know, in football, you don't have time, especially when you are coach. Never have time. And, you know, you need to think about a lot of things and to have a result. You have right just if you win the game. If you don't win the game, you don't have right.
Have you been happy with the style of play your team have put in?
In some games, yes. In some games, no. You know, if you ask me about our performance, I believe that yes, we have some games where we play good attacking football with a lot of high pressure, with a lot of second ball, and we had some games where we didn't react how we prepare the game. But this oscillation is totally normal in the football, you know, and especially when you have maybe sometimes just 12 or 13 players who played in a row 4 or 5 games, you know, and if you follow our games and if you see that in the last 2 games we did just 2 or 3 substitutions, we have station to do 5, but depends on result. You know, we did 2 in some position we miss some players, and depends of result and of the moment is if we will do subs or not. Okay.
And talking of substitutions, in the past 2 games, you've had 2 goalkeepers on the bench. Is there a reason for that? Is that a suggestion that you're telling the ones above that you need more players?
We know that we have a squad with players, but we have 22 players. But again, in all these games, we know, I said a lot of times that the injury is a part of the football, and in this situation and with COVID and with everything, in a lot of games we had a problem. I believe in another club they're the same, but again, we know that we need in some positions some players, and you know, and from the beginning of the championship we asked, but again, it's you know, we have to work with the squad what we have, and to try to take from them their maximum, their 100% game by game to achieve our goal.
Just a final one from me. You're 6 points off of Norwich, who are top of the table, 3 off of Bournemouth. Do you have to just make sure you stick with those 2 teams? Because, of course, they came down with Watford last season from the Prem.
You know that we have 28 games until the end. You know, and you know, you are here in England, and you know how is the championship. That in 1 week you can be on the first position. It depends of the moment. Okay. Yes, we have 6 points less than the first one and 3 points less than the second one. I agree with you. But again, we have a lot of games. Every next game is important for us. Every point is important for us, and we need to work hard to achieve the points what we have in front, and to win the game and to improve our game. This is our target, and we want to do it.
Lovely. Thank you, Vladimir.
Hi, Vladimir.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask, because you mentioned João Pedro, you're watching João Pedro to see if he's going to be fit. Is that the same for Domingos Quina?
No, Domingos Quina, he will be out. He's out, and he will be out a long period because he had injury in hamstring, and they told me yesterday that he will be between 6 and 8 weeks.
Okay. And with the transfer window not far away, is that something you're looking forward to, or are you sort of dreading it because of the uncertainty in the squad that may sort of rise?
About the transfer window, I can speak with the board of the club, with the people who need to take information from me what we need, and we did it. And 4 months ago, the same. So I know which position we need and what we're looking for. Now it's a question of the moment if we will move or not. I know that we need to position, and the people from the club, they know exactly what kind of the player I need.
And there are quite a few players out on loan from Watford this season, out on loan. Do you check up on them? Do you ever look at their progress, see how they're doing, and think about them maybe being in the squad next season, or maybe even in January?
No, we have a team of the people who follow our own players, and they have to inform for us every week, every 10 days about their performance, and if some of them could be interesting to come back and to be part of us for the next 6 months.
And just final one from me, of course, the fans are no longer allowed back in the stadium. How disappointing is that for you? You've had them for a few games now. You've had the opportunity to meet the fans. Is it sort of a cruel blow to now not have them there with you?
All of us is a problem when we play in front of the empty stadium when we don't have fans. We know it, and in the last 3 games we had 2,000 people, but again it was different than before, and all of us hope that will be more and more, but the situation is not good, and the situation is come back in there where it was 1 month ago, and we play football because of the fans. This is the main reason, and for sure it's not the same game when you play in front of them and without them. Hope that the things will be good, and the old stadium will be with the fans.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, Vladimir.
Hello.
Hi. I just wanted to ask you about the role that Ismaïla Sarr is playing at the moment, because we know how effective he can be when he gets in behind. We've seen how many penalties that he can win, and he's very difficult to deal with. But then sometimes he seems more reserved, and he doesn't take on his fullback. Just explain his role in the team. Are you always telling him to go, or does he have to hold back to keep the shape of the team? Is it trying to strike that balance?
We want to find a balance with all players, and we want to use the quality of all of them. The best quality of the players we want to use. We know what is the quality of Ismaïla Sarr. Yes. But again, we are in the Championship now. We are not in the Premier League. Okay, and it's totally different football. Okay, it's different style of the game, how team played before and how team play now, and the different opponent. We have a lot of opponents which stay behind of the ball, and they are just try to lead the game. Play in defense, and don't have a lot of space. That Sarr is the guy who needs space. Yes, but again, he's the quality player who give us a lot until now. Yes, I agree. If you ask me if he can do something more, I'm sure that he can. Okay, and we try to find the space, and for him, and for Ken, and for our striker, for Troy, or for Gray, or for Stipe, who is in front, and for our midfield player. Into this, what you ask me now, it's a good question. Exactly, if you compare the situation previous year and this year, it's different totally. It's not the same approach of the game, how it was before and how it was now. You know that in the Premier League, the most of the team play open against Watford. Yes, here is opposite. And in this situation, you need to find the solution how you will bring the 10 players behind of the ball, who stay every time behind of the ball. Don't speak about the last game, because in the last game we had one different style of the game of our opponent, who take responsibility to build up the game from behind, and But again, he's the guy who work hard, who give his maximum. if we take from him all his potential or not. I believe not, but we work on it to do it.
I wanted to ask you about the left back situation, because you've almost made it a difficult situation for yourself, because you clearly wanted a left back or an extra left footer in the last transfer window, but you've managed to cope without one ever since. And now Adam Masina is back. So is that position almost now fully covered for you? And Adam Masina can now come in?
No, this position is not fully covered.
Okay.
No.
So you
I don't speak about Adam Masina. We know that he's that Adam Masina, it was the guy who started the preseason, but he get one serious injury and he stay out for 4.5 months.
Sure.
Okay, and we cannot expect now from one guy to come back after this long period and to be on the top level.
Yeah,
it's impossible. Not just for Adam Masina, for everyone. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
And so, I'm first who is happy because of his comeback. He will be with us, but we know what I'm realistic. If you are not realistic in the football, you cannot succeed. No chance. And I'm first who is happy because of him that he's come back, but I cannot put him now. He needs time to take the 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes, and this time will be next 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
We have 30 points in these 10 games. And again, is a question after how he will be in a 1.5 months. Hope that will be good. Everybody will work on this to improve him and to come on the top level where he had been before. But we cannot be sure that he will be. Yes?
Yeah.
Nobody knows it. I mean, in this situation, if you want to stay with this, you gamble. Yes?
Yeah, okay. Understood. And I wanted to ask you, just in terms of what else you think is missing within the squad. And I know that this is conversations that you can have with the hierarchy and things like that. But from what it appears from the outside, that maybe what's needed is someone that can break forward from midfield, who can unlock a defence, that is maybe missing just a bit more creativity from midfield. Is that something that you feel that you've got covered within the group that you've already got? But then if you're losing maybe a Domingos Quina, for example, or a João Pedro who can play slightly deeper, maybe, I don't know. Does that mean that you might need that?
Yes, I agree that we need this type of the player, but again, we use the players what we have in this position. Sometimes it was João Pedro who can be the guy who can give us this creativity what we need. Sometimes it was Domingos Quina. Normally we have, I cannot speak that we have Cleverly, we have James Garner who is the player. Okay, this is the midfield player who improve our game and who is the quality with the ball. But again, we know that we have one player like Will Hughes, who is a player who can give us a lot of solution, but until now we didn't use him because of the problem what he had, and it's something what it's the team problem. Yes, I know we're waiting to come back to come on the level now again because he stayed out. It's after if one player don't work 10 days, 2 weeks. He cannot give his maximum immediately in the next game. He needs time and games to come in his top level. But how I said before, that you need to think about how you will win the game and who can give you in this moment the best. Okay, and from the other side, and they use these guys to give them time. Okay, to take this time what they need to take to come back in the top level. I mean, all this process is, is a little bit complicated. But again, this is our job, and we need to manage this process and these things. Yes.
Okay, thank you for your time. Cheers.
Thank you.
Vladimir, we're nearly at the halfway point of the season. What do you think you would like to see your team do differently for the rest of the season compared with the first half of the season?
We work to have one approach of the game, the standard where we want to be, to don't have this, how I can tell, turbulation. It's one game play good, other game we are less good, and or play one half in a high rhythm, and second 45 minutes it's rhythm not this what we want to be. You know, it's all these things is in my mind, and we work on it, how to improve it and how to play 95 minutes in the same rhythm with the ball possession, to control the rhythm of the game and to play attacking football. This is these things is in my mind, and we try to work on it.
Some of the times that sometimes the fans are saying that that the team is a bit too defensive. What would you say to that? Is it about creating kind of the right balance?
You know, everyone can have his opinion about the game, how we play. But I said a lot of times that depends on the players who is available to play. Depends on sometimes of our situation in this period of opponent, is the way how we want to play and how we prepare the game. I said from the beginning that our target is to play attacking football, to play football with ball possession, and this is something what we work on it. You know, maybe sometimes it's normal that you have some critics and to have some people who is not happy on the way how the team play, and sometimes not happy with the result. It's totally normal, but again, we need to think and to be realistic with the situation what we have in the moment, and to put the players who is ready to play, and to ask from these players, from their quality, what to give us this what they can do for 3 points. Sometimes you can win the game 1-0 in 85 minutes or 90 minutes, and sometimes you can win the game 4-0, 3-0. You know, again, to the end, stay 3 points. Okay. All of us work on it, and all of us want to play good football, and to, if possible, to score 4 or 5 goals, and to finish the game with a 5-0. This is the target for all of us. But sometimes it's not realistic. Sometimes we have an opponent who play good, who work, who try to do their best for the points, and this is the game. This is the game, and to come on a high level of the games, you need to spend some time and to work with your guys day by day to improve some mistakes and to play the football exactly how you want. It's the process.
Yeah. And just finally on Huddersfield on Saturday, what type of game are you expecting from them? Have you seen much of their games recently?
It will be, Huddersfield show until now the team who play, who have a good organization on the game. They change some systems, but again, it's we need to adapt. Doesn't matter how they will play. We know how we want to play, and it depends what we will do on the pitch. We respect them. We know that it's a tough game, tough away game, and again, need to be focused maximum from the first until the last second of the game to give our best for 3 points.
Okay, thank you. Good luck.
Hi, Vladimir.
Hi.
Your last 2 games, you've only managed to score 1 goal in each. Both of them are penalties. Is that something that concerns you?
Yes, if we follow our last game and watch our last game, yes, we scored 2 goals after 2 penalties. Yes, but this is the part of the game. Okay, and we conceded 1 goal after the penalty in the last 2 games. Yes, and I believe that in the first game against Birmingham, we had about 2 or 3 very good chances. In the last game against Bradford, I remember we had 3-4 good chances. 1 in the first half with Ismaïla Sarr, and 2-3 very good chances in the second half. We scored 1 goal, but they don't counter this goal. You know, when you play strong game, tough game, but here is every game is strong game and tough game. You cannot expect that you will create a 10-15 chance. It could happen in some games, but the normal what you can expect is to create 4 or 5 chances, but for these 4 or 5 chances, you need to score 2 goals. Okay, nobody can tell that we didn't create. I said against Birmingham, we had 2 or 3 very good chances in the second half. Yes, and against Bradford, we had 3-4 chances, 1 in the first half and 2-3 in the second half. And if we see the games and if we see our opponent, what they create 2 chances, I think, in the first half. Okay, I mean, when you have a organized team in front of you, you can expect that you will every attack you will have a chance. So for 4 chances, what you create, you need to score 2 goals, 50%. If it's a good chance, yes.
Okay, and can I just ask quickly about Glenn Murray? There's been some sort of reports saying that maybe he's not going to be at the club from January. Is there any more you can add to that?
No, I cannot tell you something. I don't take him because of tactical reason. I have 3-4 players in this position who, for me, in this moment, is on the better shape than him, and just this is nothing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, click here for more video. Come on, click here.